Hello everybody. It is 10:22 Pacific Standard Time. I'm in San Jose, California. I worked 3 legs today. It is Saturday, May 8th. This is my first actual trip. So far this month, it's been a week. So far I have done 1 standby shift at the airport last Sunday, did not get used. And then Monday, I had a wrap where you're just on call for 12 hours, did not get used. And then on Tuesday, same thing, another wrap, did not get used. Luckily, Tuesday was a morning shift, 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I was able to catch a flight back to Charlotte from Sunday at 11 a.m. until until Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. I was pretty much living in the Philly crew room because all of my Philly friends were not available for me to go crash on their couch. Then I was off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday I got my 2nd dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Had no side effects. My arm was more sore than it was the 1st dose, but I guess I was one of the lucky ones. It didn't have any side effects. This trip, the one that I'm on right now, I got from Future yesterday because I was not trying to have to sleep in the crew room for a while again. So this is actually a 4-day trip. I don't do 4 days. Something about them, it's just like 3 days is just perfect. Like, you are ready to sleep in your own bed, and that 1 extra day just makes it seem so much longer. It's worth 26 hours, so it's like kind of higher time-ish. I am the lead flight attendant, so this is a lot for my first trip back post furlough. And today was a very long day, so I actually flew in I commuted from Charlotte into Philly this morning. I was on the first flight out of Charlotte at 7:25, I want to say was the departure time. I don't remember. Anyway, made it on, napped in ops for a little bit because my report time wasn't actually until 12:45, so I had some time. What did we do? Philly to Charlotte, Charlotte to Phoenix to San Jose. So I had to do like meals, which they're just kind of like fresh bites. So there was like a sandwich, fruit and cheese plate, random stuff like that. It's not like an actual like full service meal yet because of COVID. It was an 11.5-hour duty day. I'm tired, but I wanted to hop on and say hello and let y'all know what I was doing. Welcome to day 2. Welcome to San Antonio. We have a whopping 12 hours here, a little over 12, 15, 13, something like that, I think. Anywho, today was supposed to be super easy. Let's just start with the fact that I overslept a little bit. I was going to try to wake up kind of early for West Coast time to try to keep myself on like an East Coast time zone situation. No, that didn't happen. I slept in. It was kind of amazing, except I didn't sleep the greatest. I get absolutely horrendous nightmares. I went to a sleep specialist for it. I'm on medication for it. The medication's not really doing that great. I've got Ambien, which like helps me fall asleep, but then I still get the nightmares. Like, my body got used to the Ambien. My body got used to it in a month. I told the sleep doctor that. She was like, excuse you? Like, yeah. It's like, first week was great. Like, all I saw when I was sleeping was the back of my eyelids. I was getting like 8 hours of sleep. I woke up feeling amazing. Totally different person. And then it slowly like faded away. And the sleep specialist just looked at me like, oh, poor child. Like, I know. So I am on something, I don't know. It's actually like a medication to lower your blood pressure, but one of the things was it helped people not have bad dreams. Great. So tried it. They're not as bad, and I'm now waking up maybe like only once in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, whereas previously it was like 2 or 3 times, but it's still not exactly cutting it. So I'm probably gonna have to call and go back in and get that sorted out. The first flight today, San Jose to Dallas, great, not too bad. I did have like fresh bites and a full beverage service to do with my first class customers. They were all amazing, all super sweet. Little bumpy like halfway through and on descent into Dallas, but nothing too bad. But the Dallas to San Antonio, which was supposed to be just like a easy breezy, no. The flight itself, we had to stay seated because it was kind of bumpy the whole time, and then it was also only a 26-minute flight because they like rerouted. It was only supposed to be an hour, and then they changed the route before we even took off, so then it was only 26 minutes in flight. So at that point in time, like, there's not really enough time to do a service. We ended up departing late because for connecting flights that had come in, they had just landed, and so they held our flight. Well, one gate agent already came down, gave us the paperwork, final head count. The other gate agent was up there, didn't let the one down at the plane know that they put a hold on us to help those connecting. It ended up being like 20 or 30 people. Like, she's telling the captain, goes out, like, we're getting ready to close the door, and then there's some people like coming up behind her. And we're like, okay, so change the count again, and then there's some more people, and she's like, what is going on? So she calls up to the other gate agent, and he's like,
we're holding the flight for these connecting flights.
We're just like, well, thanks for letting us know. Like, good thing the door wasn't shut yet. We ended up taking off like 10, 15 or like 20 minutes late. Anyway, but yes, the captains wanted us to stay seated the whole time because it was pretty bumpy on takeoff, and then it was like moderate turbulence coming down into Dallas. If it had gotten any worse and we were like standing or doing anything, it could have been bad news bears. It was like on the verge of like moderate and severe, which is like the technical term. But other than that, I mean, today felt kind of long, but it really wasn't. Really was actually kind of like a pretty short day compared to yesterday and tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another long day. We do San Antonio to either Dallas or Phoenix, I can't remember. I want to say it's to Phoenix, to Tampa, and then back to Phoenix. We stay the night in Phoenix, so, and then it's just one and done on Tuesday. Well, 2 for me since I have to commute home. But I am going to snack a little bit and shower and go to bed because I'm freaking exhausted. Welcome to Monday, May 10th. I just got to Phoenix for a 10-hour layover. It's gonna be a little rough. Today was a 12-hour day, 12 and a half hours, something like that. One of the first things I do is take my shoes off. Well, first I check to make sure there's nobody hiding in the hotel room. And then I take my shoes off and kind of get myself set up. Now I am just getting all of my tech stuff situated. Today I slept through my alarm, so that's fun. That's why I have no makeup. And I started to get a migraine, so that is why I have my blue light cutting glasses on. I'm just kind of trying to prevent it from getting any worse. I got it kind of toward the end of our second flight from Dallas to Tampa, and then we still had Tampa to Phoenix. So I threw on my glasses so that way looking at the tablet for work wouldn't make my head feel any worse. I did take the Nurtec, which is also for migraines, but for me, my naratriptan is specifically for when I have the aura beforehand, but I don't always get the aura. The aura's like before a doozy of a migraine, knocked out for 2 or 3 days type situation. And then the Nurtec is more for kind of a duller migraine where I can still kind of go about my day, but I'm severely uncomfortable because of the light and the sounds and everything. So I took the Nurtec, which I had to take that yesterday, and it's supposed to, or in most people, it'll curb anything for 24 to 48 hours, but I'm not most people. So it lasted approximately 12 hours for me because I started to get a migraine last night as I was falling asleep. So I popped a Nurtec, and then halfway through the day today, it came back. So that is where we are at right now. Today, overall, not too bad. We had a few passengers on the last flight that just did not want to wear the mask, and they kept pulling it down, and they kept pretending like they were eating, would not cooperate, and was like every 10 minutes, and this was a 4.5-hour flight, and it felt like every 10 minutes I was having to remind them to put the mask on. Y'all don't want to hear it 100 times. I don't want to say it 100 times. So can we just, oh, my ice pack, the condensation started to, started to leak. We don't want to repeat ourselves 100 times. Y'all don't want to hear it 100 times. Like, just wear the mask. It's federal law. It is what it is. We're a year into this. If you're flying anytime soon, I know it's uncomfortable, but if we can wear our masks for 12, 13, 14 hours, y'all can do it for a flight, for one flight, or a couple flights, or whatever. And if you need like a breather, then go in the bathroom and get yourself a breather. Wow, it's like really leaked. I feel like the ice might have like made a hole in my pack because it is, she's like, my lunchbox is, oh yeah, there's a hole. Yep, sweet. Oh well, one flight home tomorrow. Well, 2 technically, but 1 left. Oh wow, there's so much water. I don't even know if that came across, but all right, add that to the shopping list. Okay. Oh, wow, y'all, I'm tired, if you can't tell. Happy, but tired. On today's flight, our first flight of the day, we actually had triathlon national, or team, she's on Team USA now, and she'll be going to Tokyo for the Paralympic World Championship, Paralympic Triathlon World Championship. I forget the order. It's a long event. Her name is Kelly Umlinger, and she was so freaking nice, but she's also a former like Army vet. She was a captain. She had like a really rare form of cancer and had to have one of her legs amputated, and now she is going to Tokyo to compete with Team USA, and she was on our flight, and her running like running leg was so cool. So it was made by Nike, and it's like custom fit like to her, and they had like stars all over it and everything. I was kind of like in awe and just very inspired the entire time. She was an absolute pleasure. She made our morning. And I hope that we were able to make hers. I am going to get some food, shower, and what time is it? I already took my wash off. It is 7:35 Phoenix time. Oh, Keith just texted me. He's going to bed. I'm right behind you, babe. 7:35, and our van time is 5 o'clock. So, and with a 6:17 departure. I'm hoping that I can actually put makeup on tomorrow. I'm also hoping that my migraine doesn't come back tomorrow, because that would not be good. I don't have FMLA yet. I was hoping that I wouldn't need it, but I do have 2, like even after this. So I go home tomorrow, and then I'll be off the rest of the day, but then I go back on call Wednesday and Thursday. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to get FMLA, but I can't keep popping medication, especially if it's not going to be like 100% effective. So I'll have to get back into my neurologist here pretty soon. So neurologist, sleep doctor, find a new therapist, ice pack. It's a lot, but it's okay. This is probably gonna wrap up the vlog. Unless something crazy happens tomorrow, I will see y'all next time. Work hard, be kind, spread good vibes. I love you all. Goodbye.